Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. So the NFL kicked off over the weekend. Actually, last Thursday. But it really kicked into gear yesterday, of course, with everybody in action. And it was a social justice weekend. The NFL has made up for whatever they didn't do last year and the year before and the year before that in a big way. All in one weekend. And I just hope they just keep doing it. Wouldn't it be great to see our favorite teams just get involved socially? Just protest instead of play football. So everybody went to a protest and a football game broke out. And that's what we had over the weekend.
Yeah, I noticed that the Colts, the only person kneeling on the Indianapolis Colts sideline was their head coach.
Coach.
Frank Reich.
Knelt. That's cute.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And then they went out and lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars as a gift for that move.
Yeah, so that's great. It's going to be a difficult season. Unless they stop this nonsense now, they got it out of their system first week. Okay, go ahead. Are we going to have to put up with it every week? That will tell the tale. Because I think they're going to lose an awful lot of fans if they do this all season long. People are just going to get sick and tired of it. So Frank Reich I didn't realize he was the only one to kneel. That's kind of weird.
Very weird, right? The coach
kneels. The white coach kneels. And nobody else does.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, nobody kneeled before the Falcons game.
Yeah, right. But
they just waited until the game started.
What happened when the kickoff happened?
Yeah, so they kick it through the end zone, and then all 11 players, all 22 players, Seahawks and Falcons, kneeled. At first I thought the guy was just kneeling in the end zone,
But
the play's over. Oh, wait, no, here's what's happening.
What a powerful statement.
What if the ball was, because they had it planned out ahead of time, the two teams.
Obviously.
What if the kick was returnable? And nobody got the memo, and you have 21 guys kneeling, and this one guy's like, "Screw that! I've got a chance for a touchdown here." Yeah, so that was Atlanta, Seattle.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, get it out of your system, boys.
Yeah. Okay, we gave you that one. Now, can we please just watch football? Can we please just have our favorite sport?
No.
To watch and enjoy and not worry about all this stuff. The answer is no. Yeah, that is the answer.
2020, you get nothing.
Last Thursday they had the unity demonstration with the Chiefs, and who did the Chiefs play? The
Texans.
Texans, yeah, Chiefs and Texans. And so they joined arms, and people actually booed.
Well,
and I wasn't positive whether or not that was about anything other than people yelling during the moment of silence. It might have been that, or it might have been that they were just sick and tired of people. But the players had the message. They interpreted the message as we don't like what you're doing. So they were all confused. Mm-hmm. J.J. Watt and Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes. Why would you boo social justice and equality? Yeah, well, that's not what they're doing. And we mentioned this on Friday, but are you really that thick-headed that you can't figure this thing out? Or is your remote control just stuck on CNN and you can't see any other viewpoint? They don't want to put up with this stuff. First of all, Rush made a great point. I usually don't get a chance to hear him because he's done by the time I'm usually on my way home. But I heard him on Friday talking about this, and he made a great point about who are the players targeting with this message. Who are you targeting with the unity and the anti-racist message? They're all unified already, right? So it's not targeted at the players. So who then? Must be the fans, right? You must be telling the fans that they're a bunch of racists and they need to join with you in unity, because that's who's watching this. The fans. So you're accusing them of racism. How insulting is that? Who insults their customer base like that, other than the NFL football players? But the reason there were boos is, one, they don't want this stuff going on at their favorite sport. They don't want this going on at a football game that they just paid hundreds of dollars to attend. And they are aware that you guys are obviously not terribly informed on these issues. Otherwise, you'd know why they boo. And they're pissed off that you're calling them racists. So if that is the reason they booed, if they were booing the show of unity, that's what it was about. Not that they were booing equality and justice. Nobody boos equality. Unless you're the KKK, I guess. Maybe they would. But this football season is just going to be unwatchable if this is what they're going to do continually. ESPN is apparently going to show the protest every time during the anthem, and they're going to search these things out and look for opportunities to show the unity of the NFL football players. Okay. I thought ESPN had finally gotten the hint that politics is maybe not the way to go on a sports network, but they seem to be all in on politics again, because here they go with this stuff. And they're not even impressing the guy that started all this. Colin Kaepernick is pissed off at him because he doesn't think it's sincere enough for him. He called it propaganda yesterday.
Correct.
And you're right about that. It's nothing but propaganda. But he was the one who started the kneeling back in 2016 to draw attention to to racial injustice, of course. And it's not about the flag. We know that.
Oh, have I heard that phrase one more time this weekend?
It's not about the flag.
Oh, my goodness. That was nauseating. Yes, everybody had to get that qualifier in there. And it's, of course, not accurate.
And, of course, it is not accurate.
I'll continue to sit. I'm going to continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed. When there's significant change and I feel like that flag represents what it's supposed to represent, I'll stand.
I'm sorry, did you say flag?
Said the magic word.
I'm sorry, that sounded like he said flag there.
Yeah, but who is that guy? Who was that?
That's just Colin Kaepernick, the instigator of this whole thing.
The guy who okay.
Yeah. And Kaepernick's pissed off that Eric Reed still doesn't have a job in the NFL because I guess that means that they're blackballing him.
Right. I guess now if you're black, you have the right to be employed in the NFL?
Yes.
Just period?
No matter what.
Okay.
No matter if you belong there, if you want to be there, they need to put you there.
So if you are listening right now and you are black,
then you belong in the NFL.
And they don't give you a job at whatever team, pick one of 32, where the closest team is to where you live.
Right.
If you aren't hired,
then
then Colin Kaepernick will probably be right there with you.
Yeah, because you know who else doesn't have a job in the NFL right now? Still? Tim Tebow. Tebow doesn't have a job in the NFL. They don't say anything about that.
And he kneeled before anybody.
Yeah, he did.
he was the OG kneeler, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
Oh boy, wasn't cool when he did it. Because kneeling for God, not cool. Kneeling against the flag, cool.
Except it's not about the flag.
Oh, that's right.
It's not about the flag. Keith, keep that in mind.
Yes, sir.
It's not about the flag. Mm-hmm. Now, Colin Kaepernick's not actually in the NFL, unless you count Madden 21. So EA Sports Madden video game, they put him into the game. So when they say at the beginning of that, at the beginning of booting up with that game, EA Sports, it's in the game. That's Colin Kaepernick they're talking about now. He's in the game.
So wait, he wasn't on the cover though. I wish they had put him on the cover because that's always a jinx. Something bad always happens to whoever goes on the cover. But no, he is now in the game. Yeah, and he's ranked quite high.
Higher than Cam Newton? Higher than Baker Mayfield? The guy hasn't played in 4 years.
I know.
And instantly, he's ranked in the top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL.
Stop it.
That is crazy. That's just nuts. Colin Kaepernick is one of the top free agents in football and a starting caliber quarterback. EA Sports said in a statement. Okay. No.
Wow. I thought this was supposed to be a realistic game.
Yeah. Our team at EA Sports, along with millions of Madden NFL fans, want to see him back in the game. Colin's overall rating is 81. A number EA Sports says is based on Cap's prior on-the-field performance combined with our data-driven EA Sports rating simulations. Yeah, I think he was at about a 77, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Quarterback rating? If I remember correctly, 77, 78.
And that was in his prime.
Yeah, right. That's what he was actually playing.
Put the graphic back up, if you would. Art from Texas made this nice little graphic for us that shows you what the controls do when you play Madden 21 with Colin Kaepernick as your quarterback. You hit the triangle button, you praise Castro. The circle button. You
criticize America. Mm-hmm. X is to kneel. And the square is to virtue signal. That's great.
You do get to raise your fist in Madden 21, right? When you get a touchdown, if you want?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kaepernick does. His signature TD celebration. So when he scores a touchdown, he raises his fist. That's his deal.
I think everybody gets to.
Which players can activate after a score.
So it might just be him. I don't know. But anyway, it's sickening.
Unbelievable. Yep. So he's hired, not just higher than Cam Newton and Baker Mayfield, higher than Derek Carr, Ryan Tannehill, who had a great year last year, Josh Allen, and Kyler Murray.
Whoa.
Kyler Murray.
Whoa, that's my fantasy QB. Nice try. Boy, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's been pretty good.
Yep, and he's better than Colin Kaepernick.
Except in Madden.
Except in
Madden
make-believe land.
So that's just unbelievable. Yeah. John Bolt from The Blaze sent this to us. A guy who would never take a knee when the flag is being honored. This guy wouldn't even dare let it touch the ground during the Civil War. Maybe the NFL should put this up in every locker room. Sergeant William Harvey Carney.
This guy's a hero.
He was the first African American to receive the Medal of Honor in the Civil War. And despite being shot in the face, shoulders, arms, and legs, refused to let the American flag touch the ground.
Wow.
Jeez,
as John said in his email to us, I'm sorry, this guy's a little bit better than Bronco Nagurski.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow. That's really something.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Meanwhile, there's a poll about Americans and our opinion on the sports industry. It's plunged, as you can imagine, in the last year. According to the recent Gallup poll, of the 25 U.S. industry sectors examined, only the federal government and the pharmaceutical industry had a worse negative rating than the sports industry. In fact, more people had very positive or somewhat positive views on pharmaceuticals than the sports industry. This is what they've done to themselves.
Yeah, you've done it to yourself.
This is what they've done by jamming politics down our throats. I mean, we have to put up with politics all week, and then on Sunday, you want to go to church, you want to come home, you want to watch football, and you don't want to be beaten to death with politics on Sunday. And it's bad enough that the NBA is almost a political, a left-wing arm of the Democrat Party right now. That's about all the NBA is. And so many people have stopped watching the NBA. That's why the ratings are so low this year. And so you go to the one remaining area of safety in our lives, of comfort in our lives, and it's infiltrated that as well.
Yeah, you'd think that with sports being gone so long because of COVID, everyone would be rushing back. Yes, here comes my entertainment again. Mm-hmm. Actually, people have learned to live without you. And when you give them a reason to tune out, it's happening in mass, as the NBA has learned. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the NBA had everything to themselves for a while, pretty much. I mean, baseball, I guess, jumped in there too. But they're in the playoffs, and people aren't watching them.
Playoffs, sorry.
And still, though, they're not being watched. I couldn't even tell you who's left. I couldn't even tell you who's in it.
I'm seeing enough headlines to know that the Lakers just got by the Rockets.
Oh, did they?
So okay. LeBron will be in the finals. And then the Eastern Conference, I have no idea. Sure.
So the Lakers won the Western Conference Finals?
Yes. So
that's too bad.
I think, right? Because now I'm looking at Hell, I don't know. Maybe they're in the Western Conference. See, this is just it. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's going to be the Lakers and Clippers. I'm sorry, that's going to be your Western Conference.
In the Western Conference Finals.
And Heat and Celtics. The Miami Heats will take on the Boston Celtics. So we're down to 4.
Huh.
I had no idea. There you go.
It's an all LA final though for the West. That's interesting. That's interesting. Is there a phone number people can call?
Yeah,
Ivan?
it's
right there in front of me.
There, yeah, it's right there.
Okay, all right. All right. There is some cool stuff as far as sports and football is concerned. This is from a high school football game. It's past Friday night.
Yes. It's Alabama. Tuscaloosa something.
Tuscaloosa, Hillcrest, Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
They were down 30-28.
Okay.
At their own 41-yard line.
Okay.
2.5 seconds left.
2.5 seconds.
And here's what happened.
See, watch this guy. He's going to throw it backwards. And then he throws it backwards.
This never works out.
I know. Watch all these laterals.
He's going to lateral.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure.
Yeah, then the band comes up. No, I'm just kidding. The band does not come on the field. But look at this. They're going the wrong way.
He got it off at the last second.
He did.
Lateraled back.
Oh, look at this.
He laterals. Laterals again. Picks it up off the ground. Some nice moves there. How did he get that off?
Throws it over his back. This guy's look, they're still going.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. I count 14 offensive players have possession of the ball in this play.
The ball's on the ground again. Picked up.
Now,
come on. And now he's finally in the open. Picks it up off the ground and scores. Touchdown. That play lasted, what, a minute and a half?
The video is a minute long. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, so right at a minute. I love that, though.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure those couple of fumbles were legit. Anyhow, what a great way to end it, though.
Don't know that you can advance it like that. Maybe in high school football.
No.
I think that play would have been blown dead.
Nah, it didn't. It was legit. It was legit.
Was it legit?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it just kind of, I don't know. There was a couple of battings of the ball.
Yep. Kind of seemed like it, but still, that's cool.
That's a fun way to end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was good defense, though. They got him every single time until that last fumble, and then there's nobody home.
What a way to lose.
That would hurt. Yeah, that would very much. That would be agonizing. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed.
Oh, BYU's ranked.
On Twitter. Yeah, the Cougars got ranked number 21 in the AP poll and 22 in the coaches poll.
Wow.
Although they can't play this weekend because COVID-19.
COVID-19, yeah.
So they had to postpone the game with Army that they were supposed to play this coming Saturday until later. They don't.
You got a bye week already, you know?
Yeah, they had a bye week last week. They got a bye week this week.
Oh boy.
So
you'll play again in November? Is that where we're at?
I don't know.
Hey, we learned today the Big Ten is probably going to be coming back in October. That official vote is supposed to happen today.
I keep hearing that.
Yeah, I know.
And they keep not doing it.
Oh, trust me. I keep hearing it as well.
It's frustrating.
Yes, it is.
Either vote and get back in the game or stop your madness and just give up like the Pac-12 did.
Yeah, this past weekend was the medical presentations to the schools. And apparently, like how they're going to test and how they're going to isolate and all that crap. Anyway, apparently it went well. So the vote, I think, today.
So late October, right, is what they're shooting for?
Yeah, it had been October 10th. Now they're saying October 17th. And it looks like all 14 teams will be a part of this. And like I said, the vote could come today.
And conference only?
I think it's going to be conference only. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can thank Nebraska and Ohio State. Okay?
Thank you, Nebraska and Ohio State. Let me tell you about Simply Safe. Pathead Rocco1 sent this note to us about Simply Safe. Listen to this. Just watching the show, and Pat's talking about Simply Safe. And I have to say, this Pathead has nothing but amazing things to say about Simply Safe. We got 7 inches of rain in 4 hours, and we had just finished watching Pat when Simply Safe was calling, advising there was water detected in my basement. That notification saved our basement. I was able to get downstairs and get the pump started to keep the basement from flooding. Wow.
That is awesome.
That's awesome to hear. Thank you, Rocco. Please, let us know Let us know about your stories with Simply Safe. We'd love to hear about it. But as he discovered, Simply Safe has everything you need to protect your house with none of the drawbacks of the traditional home security systems, like, I don't know, $60 a month in monitoring fees. Try $15 a month instead.
Did your 60 month tell you when there was water in the basement?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Professional monitoring keeps watch day and night, ready to send police, fire, medical professionals if there's an emergency, or let you know if your basement is flooding. Head to simplysafe.com/unleashed and get a free HD camera. That is an awesome deal, too. That's simplysafe.com/unleashed. Make sure they know that we sent you.
Pat Gray.
Another crazy weekend with the Black Lives Matter situation. 2 Los Angeles sheriff's deputies sustained multiple gunshot wounds after being ambushed. Just sitting in their patrol car, protecting people coming off a train, and somebody walked up, acted like they were going to pass the car by, and then all of a sudden made a turn towards the car, pulled out a gun, and started shooting the officers inside the vehicle. Really, really unbelievable. According to the sheriff's office, protesters attempted to block the entrance and the exit of the hospital that they were trying to transport the officers to.
Yeah, this is madness. Do we have the video of the surveillance video of the actual shooting here? Okay. We had it.
Yes.
Pre-show.
No. Something happened between the beginning of the show and there it is. Oh, good gosh. All right, can you start it from the beginning? No?
I mean, that was pretty much it. I mean, the guy walks up, shoots them both in the head. And do we have the still shot? Can we do that one? Afterward, you had the female officer who was shot in the jaw.
She got out.
There's an image of her bloodied, radioing for help and applying a tourniquet to her partner who was also shot in the face.
Jeez, unbelievable.
But yeah, some.
So then they go to the hospital, and the protesters try to keep them out of the hospital.
Yeah.
And then they were shouting that they hoped the officers died.
Yeah, let's play. Can we play the video of the guy approaching the hospital, where he's basically.
What's
giddy?
up there, Black family? This is Kevin Price, African Town Coalition. We are out here at St. Francis Hospital, where 2 of America's most notorious gang members have been brought to.
Wow.
We are going to go up here and
2
just
gang
check
members.
on these murderers
Unreal.
right here and see what's up.
Okay, let's see
You know
what's
what I'm saying?
up.
So let me turn this around.
Yeah. You and your buddies approaching the hospital.
Let me put this one out.
Jeez.
I'll say this for later.
Okay, so then they get to the hospital, and then we've got the actual crowd outside the hospital. Oink, oink, we hope you die. America. Yelling at the hospital. Oh. They're
Okay, so-
fighting for their lives in there.
So this is what you're supporting if you support Black Lives Matter. Just so you know, this is what you're supporting. Unbelievable. I
Yep.
mean, that is despicable.
And I don't know if you want to play the witness that spoke to the press afterward that basically just said, yeah, they were trying to get into the emergency room. Yeah, they didn't stop there. They were actually trying to get into the building, into the emergency room.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Describe for me what the protesters were chanting. What were they saying?
Well, they were saying death to the police, kill the police, and these are sheriffs. But the message is still the same, and they were using all type of curse words and derogatory terms about the police, just provoking our police officers. Unacceptable behavior, because the hospital should be a sanctuary where we should leave hospitals alone.
Certainly tensions are on high since the two deputies are inside. Did you see the deputies make swift action? And you said the protesters tried to get inside the emergency room, correct?
They did. Yes, they did. And the actions taken by your security.
The police agency put out this little note to the protesters blocking the entrance and exit of the hospital emergency room, yelling, "We hope they die," referring to two L.A. sheriffs ambushed today in Compton. Do not block emergency entries and exits to the hospital. People's lives are at stake when ambulances can't get through. Yeah, they know that. They know that. That was the point. This is what happens when you practice this sort of hatred. When you hate all cops because of the actions of a few cops, then this is what the result is. They're calling all police officers murderers. All police officers must die.
Yeah, referred to them in the video as two of America's most notorious gang members.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's disturbing.
And this is the group, Black Lives Matter and Antifa. These are the two groups that are being praised by young people all around the country that have captured the imagination of so many. Well, look at these animals. Look what they're doing.
I did see an update that both officers were expected to recover.
That's a relief.
Expected to survive.
That is great.
Yeah.
It's a miracle, really.
Sure is.
I mean, to be shot almost at point blank like that, incredible. And then the reaction of the people, and I suppose CNN just won't cover it today. I haven't seen it so far, but
no, their big story today is Trump holds an indoor rally with few masks.
That is amazing. That's amazing. Police officers shot in the head. Two of them shot multiple times. And then the protesters blocked the entrance and exit to the hospital to try to disallow them medical attention. And what you're worried about are people not wearing masks at a Trump rally. So pathetic.
Yes, it is.
God, it's predictable. It's so predictable.
I love this. Look at that headline. Trump supporters ignore warnings. Deny reality of pandemic. CNN crawler.
As they deny the reality of the viciousness of these protesters. Oh, and by the way,
what's up?
I love this one.
What do you got?
Let's see, who did this? Time.com.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
93% of Black Lives Matter protests have been peaceful.
Have been peaceful?
A new report finds.
Oh, well then.
See, they are mostly peaceful. That's what we've been trying to tell you all this time.
Okay.
The vast majority of Black Lives Matter protests, more than 93%, have been peaceful, according to a new report.
Yeah, those fires, they said, are just meant to keep warm.
That's right. Roast marshmallows, whatever. The Armed Conflict Location and Event Data Project. I love the ACT-led team. I love them.
Yeah.
They analyzed more than 7,750 Black Lives Matter demonstrations in all 50 states and D.C. That took place in the wake of George Floyd's death. Their report states that more than 2,400 locations reported peaceful protests, while fewer than 220 reported violent demonstrations.
Oh, so it's just the 220 violent protests across the country?
I'm sure they would have done this for the Tea Party had they had even one circumstance of violence at any of them. That is...
They're mostly peaceful.
Mostly peaceful? The vast majority of them are just fine.
Oh.
There's no way that 93% of them have been peaceful. There's no way. I mean, are you counting all of the nonsense night after night after night in Portland, Oregon? Yeah, that can't count that. I mean, you got over 100 instances right there. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. Welcome to it. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, where Bronco Nagurski fan club tweets, all I can say is, as a Buffalo fan, I don't want to hear any more wide right jokes from Bengals fans.
Yeah, Joe Burrow had this heroic comeback in the last minute of that game, and then their kicker
Yeah.
Misses it. I don't know if he says he got hurt. I think he faked it. He was faking it.
That's a good way to, to excuse yourself from a miss like that. I tore my groin. Hamstring groin Achilles thing.
Don't beat me up in the locker room, guys, because I hurt myself.
It's just one of those 24-hour tears.
No, we
could
do an MRI. We could go get you in the tube.
I'll be fine tomorrow. Just let me.
Want to check it out?
I heal really fast, but right now I'm just torn to shreds. I can't even put it underneath an X-ray machine.
Okay, Mr. Bingles Kicker, we want to check it out and make sure you're okay.
Yeah, can't.
Seriously, that was sad.
That was a nice run, though, by Joe Burrow.
He had a nice touchdown.
Rookie moment there.
Yeah.
Free-range prisoner tweets the NFL is going to lose a lot of fans. Lost a lot of fans. Personally, I'm not coming back until I get a very public apology from everyone that partook in those shenanigans. That's not going to happen.
No.
That's not going to happen.
Sorry.
Shall not be infringed. Am I entitled to a roster slot in the NFL if I identify as black?
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
We should try that.
Yeah. Keen Dog 2000. Big Ten football is like global warming. Eventually, it'll happen, right? From Sandy Williams, the report should properly call them a rioting criminal mob and accessories to attempted murder. Oh, no.
Wait, the mostly peaceful
They're
protests?
mostly peaceful.
Yeah, mostly.
Those are mostly peaceful. Have people died? Yes. But
there's only been 220, violent
occurrences. That's not bad. That's not bad.
What do you want?
And think of this. There's only been dozens of people killed, and this is a country of 330 million. We've killed hardly any of our population so far.
I think it's a fair point.
It's not, It's really not that serious a situation. By the way, there are more polio cases now caused by the vaccine than by the wild virus. The virus in the open. Because we pretty much eradicated it. So if you're going to get polio, it's probably going to come from the vaccine. 4 African countries have reported new cases of polio linked to the oral vaccine. My brother actually got it from the vaccine.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And that was in the pretty early days of the vaccine, I think. He had a pretty severe case for a while. Global health numbers show there are now more children being paralyzed by viruses originating in vaccines than in the wild.
Wow. But
that's amazing.
Yeah.
In a report late last week, the World Health Organization and partners noted 9 new polio cases caused by the vaccine in Nigeria, Congo, Central African Republic, and Angola.
And these aren't new, like just off the market. These aren't hot off the shelves vaccines. This
has been around.
Right.
What, since 60?
Precisely.
1960 or whatever?
And we have more
58?
cases of it from the vaccine than in the wild.
Exactly.
But yet, if we just hold out for a brand spanking new vaccine, which, by the way, they've halted trials on one of them because of bad human reaction. They won't say exactly. I haven't seen what it is, the reaction. But it apparently was serious enough to stop the trials.
Yeah, I think they just resumed.
Okay.
I think, it did stop last week, but I think they just restarted. 7 countries elsewhere in Africa have similar outbreaks, and cases have been reported in Asia. Of the 2 countries where polio remains endemic, Afghanistan and Pakistan. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know there were 2 places where it was still active like this. Vaccine-linked cases have been identified in Pakistan. In rare cases, the live virus in oral polio vaccine can mutate into a form capable of sparking new outbreaks.
Well,
jeez. No, don't worry about it, though.
No, we're good.
That's something we've done for 60 years.
Still not getting it right.
Still can't have it exactly right. But this new one, I'm sure, is going to be exact. It's going to be precise. Am I right?
Dr. Fauci says.
Who's with me on that?
Hey, we're going to get there, y'all.
Dr. Fauci of DCC tells, I'm sorry, it's Saint Fauci of DCC.
How many Hail Marys you got to do now?
7.
Okay.
7. He tells actress Jennifer Garner, and that's where I go with all my information, too. If I've got something really important to say, I call Jennifer Garner and let her report it to the world. This is weird. He tells actress Jennifer Garner when we'll get back to normal. Here he is telling
one more
her.
just for me.
Sure, of course.
Okay, just for me. When are we going to be able to sit in a theater and watch our favorite performers up on stage.
Pause for a second. Let me guess. Let's all take a guess.
I know.
All right?
I know what you're gonna say, and you're so right. I bet you're right. Oh no! Hold on,
Jennifer. I can't see that happening in a safe manner until maybe 18 months from now.
No, I thought you were gonna say Jennifer must have a movie that needs to come out.
Yeah, and
come on, when can people go see my movie, Doctor?
Right. What do you think? How long do you think?
Until a Democrat is in the White
months.
House.
Yeah, 18 months is what he's going to say. All right, let's see.
That's something I really am craving and would like to do myself, so I'll give you the answer.
Answer.
I think it's going to be a combination of a vaccine
Pause for a second.
has been around.
By the way, notice his voice isn't raspy like it was. He got that nodule removed.
Oh.
Yeah, that helped a lot. All right, let's see.
Combination of a vaccine that has been around for almost a year and good public health measures.
Oh, it's got to have been around for a year.
To the end of 2021,
and
even the middle of 2021. I mean, if we get a vaccine, Jennifer, that's a knockout vaccine, that's 85, 90% effective. I don't think we'll get that. I'll settle for 70% effective. But if we get a really good vaccine and just about everybody gets vaccinated, you'll have a degree of immunity in the general community that I think you could walk into a theater without a mask and feel like it's comfortable that you're not going to be at risk.
Okay, so Jennifer, don't worry about your movie. In a year and a half, people will be able to see it. I don't know when it's coming out. When's it coming out?
Let's see. She's got something. You know she does.
Oh, she must. Yeah, they've always got some kind of project coming out.
But I'll be good with 70%. I don't care what you're good with, dude. Open up. What happened to 15 days to flatten the curve?
He's a saint, Keith. Please.
Yeah.
Don't go against him.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking. Oh yeah, look at that.
Are you looking at IMDb?
Yeah, it was that Princess Bride thing. Oh, so they're in. She's got 3 movies in
production.
Two movies in. Let's see, 1 movie in post production.
Okay.
And then 2 are in pre-production. So
and are they supposed to come out next year?
It doesn't say when Yes Day is supposed to come out. Let's just see. It's probably waiting till theaters open before they bother releasing it.
Jennifer will be able to see that movie in 2022.
Maybe.
At the soonest.
Oh, let's see. No. Okay, yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm not waiting for your stupid vaccine.
Yeah. I mean, I've already been to a movie. I went to Tenet last week and a half ago. And if I hadn't slept through it, I'm sure I would have loved it. I would have absolutely loved it. Really complicated movie. If you are going to Tenet, make sure you go on a day when you're not super tired, because if you miss any of it, you're not going to understand it.
See, I go to matinees, man. I go early in the day.
I usually do too, but they weren't doing matinees yet. I think they've started them now. I think they're even doing like a 1 o'clock showing at theaters near us.
Well, and I don't do it just because I'm tired. I do it because I'm cheap.
Yeah. Well. Okay, that's good.
It's a lot cheaper if the sun's still up.
Well, at the nice theaters now, it's like $14 a ticket. That's what it was in Midtown Manhattan. I hate to see what those tickets are now. Jeez.
Oh, is anyone still in Manhattan to go see movies?
Yeah, I don't think so, no. So maybe the prices come down a little bit in New York. 888-900-3393. Let me take a minute and tell you about Patriot Mobile. Every day we see new shocking videos of anarchists threatening innocent people, destroying businesses, throwing Molotov cocktails at the police, shooting police. These riots have endured because the money keeps flowing in. Did you know that Verizon donated $10 million to a myriad of social justice organizations, including Al Sharpton's National Action Network? Patriot Mobile shares your values. And unlike Big Mobile, they won't send your hard-earned money to aid in the destruction of America or fund Planned Parenthood. Instead, you'll get the same reliable nationwide service, and you support a company that loves America, shares your values, and supports our police. Switching is easy, too. You can keep your phone number, you can bring your own phone, or buy a new one, whatever you want to do. Go to patriotmobile.com/Pat. Get free activation plus a special gift when you use the offer code PAT. Or call their U.S.-based customer service team at 972-PATRIOT. That's 972-PATRIOT. Veterans and first responders save even more. So please make the switch today to Patriot Mobile. PatriotMobile.com/Pat. PatriotMobile.com/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. I like the approach of de Blasio's got a Democrat opponent in the race. He's running again. I think this would be his last term if he wins. But his opponent put out a really interesting, very short little commercial.
So this is still the Democrat primary?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Okay.
Still the Democrat primary. Ooh. And here's de Blasio's opponent's ad.
Bill de Blasio is the worst mayor in the history of New York City. That's it, guys. Seriously, that's the whole ad.
Wait, he's running for Congress. Max Rose for Congress?
Oh, okay. He's not de Blasio's opponent even?
Doesn't look like. Yeah, New York's 11th congressional district.
Oh, that really threw me.
Okay.
Bill de Blasio is the worst mayor
yes.
in the history of New York City.
Okay. And?
That's it, guys.
That's it, guys.
Seriously,
yeah, it is. He's going for Congress.
That's the whole ad. Seriously.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird.
But it makes a good point.
Yeah, he does. But you're not running against. You're not even running against him. So, what does that have to do with anything? That's really strange.
I think he just makes the point that New Yorkers can identify with.
It's really.
He's on Staten Island.
That's even weirder than I thought it was. All right.
That's it, guys.
That's it, guys.
It's a whole ad. Whole ad. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Max Rose.
For Congress.com. All right. An economist claims the threat of coronavirus in England is about as risky as taking a bath. That's scary. How scared are you now? With figures showing the chance of dying from the disease each day is around 1 in 2 million. 1 in 2 million. Tim Harford crunched the numbers collated by the Office of National Statistics to assess the current situation after being prompted by a friend in self-isolation. He cautioned that there are many factors, including a person's age and overall health, but concluded the threat seems modest for now. Well, yeah, 1 in 2 million, I'd say that's kind of modest. Around 1 person in 100 dies after catching the bug, and another 1 in 100 suffer long-term effects, which translates to 1 in 2 million chance of dying in England. He writes for the Financial Times and BBC Radio 4's More or Less, and he...
That's your favorite show, right?
Yeah, one of my favorites. I've got many, but that's definitely among them.
Sorry to sidetrack you there, but I know you're a big fan of More or Less on the BBC.
Indeed. COVID-19 currently presents a background risk of a 1 in a million chance of death or lasting harm every day. The risk of death alone is 1 in 2 million. Simply existing in a country where the virus is suppressed but circulating is not so risky. It depends on age, gender, geography, behavior, and much else. But on average, it's similar to taking a bath, going skiing, or a short motorbike ride, and considerably less risky than scuba diving or a skydive.
Wow. So I guess the moral of the story is we shut down our economy until we've gotten bathtubs eradicated from the face of the earth.
You seem to have caught the spirit of it. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Keith.
Very good. Yep.
Yeah.
Here to help.
And we should shut down all sports. Shut down all sports, shut down the economy, and just stay in your house from now on.
They're doing a good enough job of doing that themselves.
Yeah, they are. I can't believe that after one game, BYU's already shut down for their next game. They said a small number of players had COVID-19. I don't know what that means. I asked one of the parents and one of the players yesterday at church what a small number was, if he had any inside information. And he said, actually, I think quite a few of them have it.
Oh, no.
Tired.
I'm going to play the role of Jeffy here. They're high risk, right? Because they're so old, right? The players so elderly on the roster there, so they probably want to play it safe. No, I mean, at least you got to see a game. I don't want to hear it.
Did.
I don't want to hear it, okay?
Yeah, I know.
You won 55-3. My team is like, can we play, please?
But begging. Your team is probably going to play pretty soon, so you got that going for you.
I do.
But, it's
a crazy year, isn't it? It's a great year.
It's nuts.
It's a fun year.
And I understand that they're not, because they're younger. I mean, they're in their early to mid 40s.
Yeah.
They're not all that sick. Even the ones who have it are just not. They're not even.
Right.
I don't think they're mostly symptomatic. I think they just tested positive. So it's an abundance of caution that they're shutting things down. Anyway, got this bizarre story of a Tennessee woman who caught COVID-19 4 months after being cremated.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Did your sentence was it out of order?
No.
Did you say it again?
No, she died.
Okay, she died.
They cremated her.
And they cremated her.
And then she tested positive for COVID-19.
So then
yeah.
Tested.
Yeah. 66-year-old woman died in mid-February. Okay, so she died in mid-February. That you might recognize that as before anybody here had the disease.
Right.
So she just got the coronavirus isolation notification, so she's got to stay away from everybody.
Okay.
In her urn, it's got to be socially distanced, I guess.
Don't take the top off of that, no!
Equally ridiculous is the fact that the quarantine notice was delivered more than 60 days after she tested positive for COVID-19. So not only was she dead when she tested positive, but it took 60 days for the notice to get to her. Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable.
That urn better be self-quarantining right now.
I know, right? That is crazy. And how often has this happened?
How do you trust these numbers, man?
I don't. You don't. That's the answer. Got some tweets here from this one's from Verge D. I tested positive just after July 4th, along with my coworkers. And to this day, Texas Department of State Health Services still hasn't contacted any of us for contact tracing or quarantine instructions. Oh, well, I'm sure they'll be getting to you any day now. That's only been
2.5 months.
2.5 months. What do you want? I mean, unbelievable.
I would wish that they would leave me alone. So
yeah.
Count your blessings that they're not bothering you.
True. But
still, that shows you the inefficiency of government.
So bad. Yeah, just so bad. Tobin for Pope campaign. How long before the peaceful protest mobs start tearing down 9/11 memorials for perpetuating Islamophobia?
You ain't kidding.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
B. de Bodine, guys, back off the kicker. He probably got turf toe when he planted his foot. Mm-hmm. We know that's almost career-ending injury.
I could see that happening to me.
From Crystal, the peaceful protests are during the day, which turn into riots at night. Ted Bundy was a nice person who turned into a killer around women. Hey, he was mostly peaceful. There was a lot of people he came in contact with that he didn't kill.
That's accurate.
A lot of people.
Ted Bundy was
good
mostly
point.
Peaceful. Mostly peaceful person.
Mostly peaceful person. The Communist New Deal, 2 months. 2 months for herd immunization. Or we can do 18 months and make someone really rich with a vaccine. Which would you rather? That's a tough choice. It's a really hard one. We got this in California. There's a preacher, John MacArthur, on his Sunday service was after a California court told the church that it couldn't open. He listed some of the requirements that the state is asking of the church before they can open.
Before we begin, the question has come up a number of times about why Grace Church does not just comply with the orders that have been laid down for churches. And I thought it might be helpful to give you the list of things that are required of us as a church, so that you understand how utterly impossible that would be. Here are the basic orders.
All right.
No indoor meetings at all. Pre-registration of every person who comes onto church property.
Pre-registration.
People only allowed on church property for scheduled events.
Mm-hmm.
Every person who comes on the property is to be screened and have their temperature taken at the entry.
Okay.
We all must maintain 6 feet of social distance at all times everywhere, including the parking lot and the restrooms. Every other parking space must be left vacant.
Okay, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Marked pathways to maintain social distance, keeping people apart, monitored by staff monitors.
Okay, sure.
Everyone always wearing a mask. Restroom monitors to control 6 feet social distancing at restrooms.
You gotta
Tape
be-
on the ground
come
marking
on.
distance. Signs indicating these mandates, and also full exposure on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Restrooms are to be used during the service to minimize the rush. That would be interesting. No hymn books, no communion,
Right.
no offering containers,
Sure. No communion?
no pew Bibles,
All right.
no singing,
No singing.
no hugging,
No hugging.
no shaking hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Disposable seat covers changed between services.
What?
Shut up!
Okay.
The services have to be shortened.
They like that one.
Yeah.
That's not a problem to me, right? And based upon the separation, we could only meet in the tent with a maximum of 350 to 400 people.
Wow, that's a lot. That's more than we
You
can
can
have.
see that these are the requirements that would completely shut the church down. Anybody who comes in contact with someone outside their family for more than 15 minutes must self-quarantine for 2 weeks.
Jeez.
Obviously, this is not constitutional, but more importantly, it goes against the will of the Lord of the church.
Wow.
26, I counted. 26 stipulations by the state of California. on
It's
churches.
just that easy.
Just that easy. And by the way, this marking pathways stuff's got to stop. It's
Yeah,
got to
so
stop.
it's stupid.
I'm
Come
sorry.
on now.
I mean, the virus is obviously super intelligent, as we've learned, right?
Mm-hmm.
To the point where it knows to go a certain direction down an aisle.
It does. And
And
if
it-
you go against it,
Yeah.
it jumps right into your face. It shoots right up to your brain.
If you could somehow trace it, you would see that when you catch it, it's
You've
because
been
you're
going the wrong way.
walkway down the aisle.
Yeah, you're going the wrong way in the one-way aisle. I noticed that there's a grocery store that still has the one-way markings
Walmart's got
up
it
and
too.
down the aisles.
Walmart, yeah.
So stupid.
It is so stupid.
You get to the front of the aisle and you see you're going against the grain and you think, oh, well, I got to walk around. I got to go down the other aisle and then back up this one. No, I'm just going down this aisle. I'm
making
sorry.
the
I'm not doing that.
Shortest path, man. Your arrows be damned.
If that gives me COVID-19, so be it.
Then it was meant to be.
Yeah,
And
I didn't see that one coming. Sorry, went the wrong way down the aisle.
This is so great. At my Walmart, they've got, you know how they've got one entrance completely blocked. You can't go to that one. Everybody's so they're telling us to both coming and going has to be at the same door. You would
Right.
think spreading people out would make more sense.
Well, yes,
But no, it doesn't. And now, you know how they have had it roped off where you go in this way and you come out this way.
Yeah.
Well, now they're just like, people got so sick and tired of going around. I don't know if word got to management. Now they've taken the rope and just said, nah, you know what? Screw it. You guys can come right here. We are a society gone mad. It's over. And this kind of stupidity, I didn't realize was possible, but boy, it has permeated everywhere.
Oh, 2020 has shown us that,
Yeah.
almost any bad thing is possible.
I overestimated the intelligence of my fellow man. I'm sorry.
Almost anything is possible. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And it's really getting tiresome. I mean, it's been tiresome for a long time, but it's getting worse by the minute. And the good thing is, there's only a year to 18 months left on this, and then bang, we'll be right back to normal. So don't worry about it. Fauci says maybe by the middle of next year or the end of next year, we should be pretty well back to normal if we get the vaccine.
Once I convert my stocks.
Yeah.
Seriously, we are just, it's an election year flu, man. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's fun, right?
We're having a great time.
I'm loving this.
Everybody is. Everybody is. By the way, actor Jussie Smollett said he was set up from the beginning of the investigation into his racist attack claims and claims that there were 2 witnesses who saw exactly what he saw. Really? Where are they? He made that claim in an interview he did with Mark Lamont Hill on Instagram Live last week. I would say, and again, I have to be careful what I say because I'm still in a course case, but at the same time, it's out there. There are also 2 other witnesses who saw white men. So, saw exactly what I saw, what I say that they saw.
Wait, what?
What I saw, they said. Said they saw. I see sawed.
Seesawed? Wait a minute.
So apparently, 2 other guys saw exactly what he saw. And they were white people that were beating him. Not the 2 black people who've admitted to this. Plus, do you remember the videos that were in the area? They showed the videos.
I remember it was cold and dark. How do you know what color they were?
Cold. It was 20 below zero.
Right. You
20 below
you don't
zero.
know what color people's skin. Everybody's skin is blue at that point.
And they were probably wearing coverings on their faces because it's so cold.
Why is he still talking?
I don't know. It's just unbelievable.
Bro.
But there was video footage from that whole area. They only saw those 2 other guys, the 2 black guys from Jamaica or whatever.
Yeah.
Of Jamaican descent that worked with him on the set of Empire, that he paid to attack him.
But I think there's more to that quote that we had fun with than we let on. Read that quote again about I said they saw whatever saw.
I would say, and again, I have to be careful what I say because I'm still in a course case, but at the same time, it's out there. There are also 2 other witnesses who saw white men. So, saw exactly what I say that I saw.
No, you just say there were witnesses that saw the beating.
Yeah.
That agree with my version of events.
Yes.
Why do you have to go out of your way to say they're white men? They saw them. That's what I said they saw. And then, oh my gosh, dude.
Because he's...
Stop talking.
He's hell-bent that this was some sort of racial attack on him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw 2 white men. And... what, down the street walking? I mean, what?
Yeah, it doesn't say that they... So did they just see the white men in the area?
This guy
is what you're saying. It's pathetic.
And we are absolutely
really
allowed to
pathetic.
parse his statements because he's definitely had some trouble telling us an accurate story along the way.
That's for sure.
Man, this guy.
But he continues to not deny that it was a hoax at all.
Okay.
And he's not letting it go. I mean, that's amazing that he's stuck to this so long.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. Despite the police investigations that all found he was lying about this.
I mean, think about this. If that happens to you, just put yourself into this position, okay? You call the police. They show up.
Mm-hmm. You still have the noose around your neck.
That's what my point was. Mm-hmm. Really? That's not the first thing you do is get that off of me.
No.
He's standing there long time after the event supposedly occurred.
With the noose.
With the noose. Dude, you wanted the police to... Have you seen it? You've seen it now, right? So I can take off the prop?
Yeah, see, I do have a noose around my neck.
Okay, you did
This
see
is the
that.
same one that my friends bought at the store. What was the store called?
Hungry Beaver or something?
Hungry Beaver.
I don't know. What was it called?
It was close to the Hungry Beaver, yeah.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Let's see. Crafty Beaver.
Crafty, hungry, whatever. The Crafty Beaver.
What a fun name. Okay, so
that's where they bought the news.
That's where they bought it, at the
rope.
Crafty Beaver.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's so dumb, man. It's like...
I know.
You do see it, right? You see it.
Yeah, I see your I see your Crafty Beaver news.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
You wrote it in your notes?
News from Crafty Beaver. Yeah, I got it. I got it, Jussie.
Why are you saying Crafty Beaver?
Because that's where your friends got it, right?
Wow, this investigation is moving along real quickly. Okay, so I can take it off now.
Yeah, go ahead and take it off.
Okay, I'm going to...
We've noted your
wrote
news.
You wrote it down.
I did. I wrote it down.
This guy is so pathetic.
And didn't they throw his... I think they threw his suit out of court where he was trying to get money back from the city.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That's right.
And they threw that completely out. So, I mean, nobody in a position of authority believes this guy at all.
Go away, man.
And he won't. He just keeps coming with it. Just keeps coming. So
let's see. So the brothers filed a defamation lawsuit
against him?
Against his legal team.
Okay.
So that's, I think, probably what's still out there, though.
Wow.
Good. I hope they win.
I do, too. Because this thing has been... He's throwing them under the bus.
I was going to say, if anyone was set up, it was them. Brothers. Yeah.
Right. All right. 888-933-93. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Netflix still under fire for that sick new show they're doing, Cuties. Now, they claim that there is no nudity. There was a claim that there was actual naked breast nudity from one of these young girls, like 11 years old. They say that's not true. But the depravity of this thing seems to know no bounds. It's sick and it's twisted, and there is a cancel Netflix trending on Twitter right now. Mm-hmm. And we're probably, we're gonna cancel Netflix as well. That's tough to do. I hate having to do it, but we're probably gonna cancel it as well. This movie is about a group of 11-year-olds who form a twerking dance group. Previously sparked controversy due to the sexualized poster, and now, of course, you've got the actual movie. Why they claim that this is anti-young girl twerking, right? I think that's Netflix claim. That's how they're defending themselves.
Wow,
this movie's actually it's actually negative. Why are you showing this stuff then? What do you mean it's against it? But then why are you showing it then?
Wow.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of a lame excuse, but that seems to be what they're trying to pull. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. If you've noticed your hair isn't looking or feeling as full as it once did, there is something you can do about it. You don't have to lose your hair. You can go to your doctor, get a hair loss treatment prescription, then visit the pharmacy and try not to go broke just to avoid going bald. Or you could try Keeps from the comfort of your own home. You get the same doctor-recommended, FDA-approved hair loss treatment, but Keeps offers the generic versions, which are about half the cost. And one more thing you're going to love about Keeps, it's all online. All you do is go online and answer a few questions, take a few pictures and post those, and then a licensed doctor reviews your information and will recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Then they'll ship it directly to your door. Don't make the unnecessary trip to the doctor and the drugstore when you can do it all from the comfort and privacy of your own home. And we'll get you started with a special deal. Go to Keeps.com, KEEPS.com/Pat, and get 50% off your first order of Keeps hair loss treatments. That's Keeps.com/Pat. Keeps.com/Pat. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Again, CNN's been running this story all morning. Trump supporters ignore warnings, deny reality of pandemic. Did they say any of that? With the protests? No! Not a word was said about thousands of people not social distancing, yelling, screaming, chanting, singing, everything you're not supposed to do by the thousands. That wasn't a problem. Oh, that was great. Now, if anybody gets together at a Trump rally, forget it. It's the worst thing that's ever happened. Jeez. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Madness.
Unbelievable. Got some tweets here. Jeffy's 18 Spoons tweets, the riots seem to validate Keith's idea that eradicating bathtubs will save us.
That's right.
How long has it been since the rioters have bathed? We know they aren't spreading COVID.
To your point.
That's my point. Right.
Bathtubs. Who would have known? That's the key. Bathtubs.
Yes. Farrell Brent tweets, the protests are mostly peaceful, just like Pat is mostly vegetarian. Exactly. Yes. Amy, what's her face about the guy complaining about the requirements for church going?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, no worshiping. Love John MacArthur. That's kind of what he was saying. TJ Hoff412 tweets, I walked down the wrong aisle backwards to mitigate the arrows. Oh,
that actually...
That works, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's smart. Daniel Pulliam tweets, the only silver lining to a Biden win will be the COVID situation getting miraculously better overnight.
Yep, that's what'll happen.
It would happen. It won't be a few weeks, and we'll stop getting a daily death tally. Yep, it'll be like the U.S. soldier death tally in Iraq vanishing once it didn't hurt Bush anymore.
Yep.
That's so true.
So true.
And so predictable.
Oh, wait. CNN's mixing up their little variety this morning.
Oh, climate change fueling wildfires. They're not fueled by climate change.
Sorry, I shouldn't have pointed that out.
Oh, man. They're fueled by California's reluctance and just unwillingness to clear out any of the old dead wood that is there. That is erupting every single year.
Oh, look at this. Man charged with arson in connection with Almeida fire in southern Oregon.
And then there's that. Bradley S. Collins tweets, will Joe Biden start saying, come on, Mington, instead of man? Come on, MXN.
That's awesome. Nice job. Come on.
If he could figure out how to pronounce it, I'm sure he will do that. We've got some interesting... Remember last week, there was a big controversy. Brett Baer had on one of the... I think the spokesperson for the Joe Biden campaign, and he had the audacity to ask him about the teleprompter situation. Is Biden using a teleprompter during interviews? And here's what happened. He was
They don't have a
not
coherent
pleased.
argument for why Donald Trump deserves re-election, deserves 4 more years. We know that he lied to the American people. We know that he has not shown leadership during this crisis, and they are desperate to throw anything they can against the wall to try to distract from that fact.
I understand, but you can't answer the question.
Brett, I am not going to allow the Trump campaign to funnel their questions through Fox News and get me to respond to that.
Well, TJ, we appreciate your time, and thank you for coming on.
I mean, Brett lets him off the hook there at the end.
Because he had asked him.
He asked him, is Joe Biden using a teleprompter to answer questions in an interview? And, of course, the answer didn't come. He wouldn't answer the question. Unbelievable. So that's every time the Trump campaign gets asked a difficult question, they should do the same thing. I'm sorry, that's coming from the Biden campaign. I'm not going to qualify that with an answer. Nah, that came from the Biden campaign. You're doing the work of the Biden campaign. I'm not going to do that.
And that question came out of the blue, right? About the teleprompter stuff. I mean, it's not like there's any
right.
evidence.
There's no evidence whatsoever. Well, except for all the evidence that there is. We're going to show you some of it right here.
Okay, let's see.
Like Joe Biden and the teleprompter reflection. He holds up a painting with a glass frame.
So I have so many incredible pictures.
Including
one here that may be too heavy to lift up. But this is one of my favorite pictures. It's a picture of me and my 2 boys when they were in high school, when they were in college.
Oh,
you can see that.
Just move it. Just move it. Oh, look at that.
Move it.
Look at that. There's you can see the teleprompter text.
In my bedroom. And,
can you do we have a freeze frame on that?
They will. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
Move it.
You see the green and the blue there?
Huh.
Those are...
Why do you need that for an interview, like an off-the-cuff interview?
That's teleprompter text.
Late night host.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
That is weird, isn't it? Huh.
And that's not the only instant, huh?
There's the evidence of it right there. We're gonna spend some time with it because I want to show you the answer to this question, which happened, I don't know, a week or two ago, a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Week,
yeah. We'll show you another little piece of evidence that he is using a teleprompter to answer questions. Now, why is that a problem? We'll get into that as well. Coming up, Pat Gray Unleashed. Oh, yeah. It's true. Returning with Joe Biden on the teleprompter, even during interviews.
What evidence is there? Yeah, it's a talking point from the Trump campaign. That's what that is. I'm not going to answer that question because that's a talking point of the Trump campaign.
Okay. Yeah, no evidence at all of that. Except for the fact that you can see the teleprompter text in the reflection of the painting that Biden holds up. Because in the frame, there's glass over the painting or the portrait. And you can see the reflection in the glass. It's great. You didn't see that one coming. There it is. A little still shot. He's very proud of that picture with him and his boys. And you can see the green and the blue. That's from a teleprompter.
That's weird, man.
That is something else. As he's being interviewed by...
James Corden.
Oh, yeah, Corden. Yeah. On late night television. Then, of course... there is Joe Biden answering a question, and then he motions to the teleprompter
operator.
Thank you. That is the word I was groping for.
It's early, man.
Silently groping. What is the teleprompter? It's not monitor. Yes, it's operator. So he's motioning for the operator to move the text up because I'm ready for the next line. What am I supposed to say here? I have no idea what I'm saying.
No kidding.
Don't you understand? I'm completely lost.
This is really bad.
So watch
this.
And
I would like to know, what will your administration do to help them give them that chance? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Move it up here.
Move it up.
Move it up here. Oh, he even says it.
You know,
move it up
there
here.
used to be a basic bargain in this country.
Struggling.
Workers shared in the wealth their work helped create.
He doesn't know what he's saying.
I'm going really slow because I'm waiting for my answer to be typed out. That's amazing. That is really something. Move it up here.
I think it's worse than that. I think that was probably pre-taped because that lady obviously submitted a question.
All right.
And he was sitting there. Whoever edited this, this probably happens every time he answers one of these questions, and whoever edited it left that fat at the front of him, look fat, left that part up, move it up here. Should have edited it tighter, right? And that way he just gets right to his answer.
And gone straight to the answer.
And this is the first time they've let it slip through.
That's really something.
He's struggling, man. This is...
And again, this guy could be president of the United States. If that doesn't chill you to the bone, nothing will. Well, because what does that mean? That means when he is finally declared unfit for office, he's not capable of fulfilling his duties. And then you got Kamala Harris taking over.
Yeah, I don't know how Vladimir Putin would react to having a teleprompter brought into a meeting room with Joe Biden.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
That'd be fun, right?
Is there another one? Do we have another instance of it?
Remember a couple weeks ago, we had the top line. Play that one, Rob. You were telling us
What's
about.
the president doing? Look, Venezuela's top line message is President Trump's policy is an abject failure.
Top line message. Top line message.
Wait, what? What's top line message? That's what's written for him on the teleprompter.
Ad lib, a tease.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be reading that part of it.
Yeah, see, because remember now, you had the colors when we did the reflection there.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably only supposed to read like the green letters.
Right.
Don't read the blue letters,
That's
Joe.
why they were different colors, because some of these things are instructions to him. Other things are things that he's supposed to say out loud. He wasn't supposed to say top line instructions or top line stories or anything about the top line. So there you go.
This is bad.
So he does have a teleprompter.
Oh, totally.
To answer questions. Why? Because he's not capable of coming up with the answers on his own. That's why. When we get to the debates, you're going to see it because he won't be able to have. I guess somebody can be in his ear telling him what to say, but that's a little harder to pull off.
And remember, there's that theory that the speech he gave at the Democratic convention was skillfully edited. Remember the pins
I think it was.
I
think it absolutely was.
Watch, yeah.
Yeah. So
good times, America.
Wow. I mean, can you imagine that somebody who is seriously declining in mental acuity, it could become president of the United States?
I mean, that's the last place that man needs to be, is the Oval Office.
We've never been faced with this situation. Now, people said that Reagan was going senile, but that was only toward the end of his second term, and he was still pretty sharp then. Mm-hmm. Only in like 1990, that's when it started to be really, really noticeable, and later on. But this guy is going through it during the campaign for his first term. And by the way, he'll be, I mean, if he won, he'll be 78 by the time he takes office.
Correct.
78 years old. By far the oldest president ever to take office. So I'd really like to see us not let that happen. And just my little personal preference, going way out on a limb there. I'd kind of like to see that not happen.
Yeah.
Scary. It's just really scary. Then we have people like Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, who has some thoughts on schooling your kids at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A helpful tip.
If you want your kids back in class, and you care about their teachers, because they're a lot better at teaching your kids than we are. We've learned that.
Are they?
Wear a mask at home.
Wear a mask at home.
Have your child wear a mask when it's appropriate.
What?
There's a lot there in just a short amount of time.
First of all, he was about to say they're a lot better than you are. That's what he was going to say. And then he caught himself at the last minute. Yeah, than we are. You know, they're than us. I can't teach my kids either. No, that's really not true.
Who's we? Were you throwing your wife under the bus there, Andy? He's terrible.
Oh, and then wear a mask at home? And have your kids wear a mask? Shut up. That's so ridiculous. No. How about that, Andy?
Have them wear it when it's appropriate. At home? You're dumb.
Good thing they got rid of...
Yeah, Matt Bevin, yeah.
Yeah, Matt Bevin.
That's terrible, right?
What a horrible governor he was. I'm glad they got this guy.
Andy Beshear is, he's a good one.
Good move, Kentucky. Good move.
Oh.
Jeez. All right. If you're trying to sell your home, you know what a challenge that can be? You need somebody who can come in and take charge of the situation and really help you get through this process. For instance, help you understand whether or not you need to repaint your house so it will sell quicker and for more money. Do you need to replace countertops or update certain aspects of your home? Real Estate Agents I Trust. That's Glenn's company. And so his team has really vetted these agents really carefully in each market. And in fact, if they can't come up with the best agent in a certain market, we just don't recommend people in that area. So these are people who've been fully vetted. They have great track records. They know the market. They can advise you on how to and see you through the whole process. If you're relocating, it's really tough because you have to sell and buy in a different city. And so you really need people you can count on. That's where Real Estate Agents I Trust come in. The name really says it all. RealEstateAgentsITrust.com. That's RealEstateAgentsITrust.com.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
All right, got a couple of videos here from Kaitlyn Bennett. Kaitlyn Bennett she's kind of like campus reform, goes around and asks students questions, like liberals that, find out about liberals that
can't defend what they believe.
And they never can. They honestly, they've asked, questions like, what are the qualifications of Joe Biden? Why do you like him so much? What has he done? And they can never come up with a single thing that Biden has ever done in his 47-year political career.
When you say it like that.
So, yeah, it sounds bad that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So here, she's being told by a liberal that Trump kills black people. That's not good.
No.
He kills them.
He kills who?
Black people.
Trump kills black people.
Yeah, he allows police to kill black people.
So Trump kills black people
without consequence. Yes.
Where is there no consequences at?
Breonna Taylor's cops that killed her are not arrested. Or
how is that Trump's fault?
Because he can do something about it.
How is that Trump's fault?
Move along. Because
what can he do about it?
No.
She's harassing us.
You say defund the police. Don't you dare ask the police for help. Turn your poster around. Turn your poster around. The other side defund blue terrorists, and she's asking the police for help.
You might want to talk to your politics.
Defund blue terrorists, and then she needs the police to have her stop harassing them. That's awesome.
That is great. That is priceless stuff.
Yeah, Kaitlyn Bennett was busy this weekend. She's making the rounds for sure.
She also asked college students if Trump is a racist.
Okay.
How is Trump racist?
Do you want to answer this for me?
Nope, this is for you. You made the claim. Back it up.
No.
How is he a racist?
I'm not going to answer you.
Yeah, because you have no idea.
Or because you won't?
No, because I'm pissed at you and you should leave our campus. He has militia-ized this country.
He has militia-ized this country.
I speak English because I suck at it.
I just want to know how Donald Trump is racist.
Because he has had his militia,
his
our
militia.
military, be used to protect buildings against people who have been killed multiple times.
So dead people are attacking federal buildings
multiple times
because Trump's militia-ized, and she even admits she sucked in English.
She got that part right.
Militia-ized.
He's militia-ized the country. And that's racist, of course, because he's used the militia to
defend buildings from dead people.
Multiple times. Or did the dead people attack the building multiple times?
I think we have a zombie attacks happening, and Trump is trying to combat that.
Gosh, it just shows you what trouble we're in.
We are
idiots.
In big trouble.
Absolute morons. How does it happen that they're in college? They're in college. And this is the way they think, act, and speak. Wow.
There was a lot to that clip. That was fun.
Much.
Militia-ized.
That was painful.
That almost sounds like
seriously painful.
Something that maybe Reverend Al would say. Militia-ized.
Also, some kids in the United States are back at school now. And here's some of the things that are waiting for them back at school. For instance, we believe Black Lives Matter. A little sign on the window of what looks like the administration area of the school, maybe the office. No human is illegal. Love is love.
Okay,
that's a powerful statement. Love is love, and kindness is everything.
No human is illegal?
So that's what we believe. Women's rights are human rights. So, all kinds of left-wing propaganda. Black Lives Matter. Yes, Black Lives Matter. But the organization is what they're probably talking about there. Women's rights are human rights. Okay. No human is illegal. That means we should have no borders.
No borders.
Gosh,
Science is real. Except for when it relates to a gender.
Right. Right. Or a human being in the womb. Then we don't know that it's human. So there's a couple of exceptions to science is real.
That's what we talked about. How schools were kind of torn, do we go back to school because we want to brainwash our kids, but we're terrified of the bathtubs, the COVID.
Right.
So you're kind of torn on being able to adequately brainwash our youth, get them back into school so they can see that kind of propaganda.
I'd pull my kid out of that school so fast. The second I saw that stupid sign would be the last moment my kid was in that school.
Hold on, Rob just told me, put that back up. He caught something there. Kindness, they misspelled kindness, Pat, at the bottom row.
Oh, they did.
At the school. Militia-ized.
That's right.
Kindness has 2 S's. Oh my goodness, we're done. It was a fun run, America. It was good while it lasted, right?
That is amazing. It's amazing. Nick Sandman is a little pissed off at the ACLU. Apparently, a staffer at the ACLU publicly condemned Transylvania University for accepting his application to attend the Lexington, Kentucky school. He is the former Covington Catholic High School student who was smeared last year for what many mainstream news outlets erroneously reported as mocking this Native American gentleman right there that you see in front of him who was beating the drum in his face for 5-10 minutes?
He was smeared for smiling.
Yeah, and he stood there respectfully, didn't mock the guy, didn't say anything to him, didn't back away from him, just looked at him and smiled. Wasn't threatening, wasn't intimidating. It was the other way around. And so he actually sued CNN. CNN wound up paying him a certain amount of money, I would think in the millions, because he sued for, was it $200 million? It was a lot. And they settled, I think, out of court.
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? They give him some kind of settlement.
As my great-grandmother used to say, a purdy, like a purdy penny.
Yeah.
So he got a lot of money.
He did. And he probably has more coming because he's got more lawsuits pending.
Yes, he does.
He was the subject of a lot of controversy. In an op-ed for Fox News titled, "I'm a pro-life conservative Republican college student who won't let cancel culture silence me." And he's now a freshman at, I guess, Transylvania University.
Yeah, and we know that because the ACLU, some rabid employee there, outed him.
Essentially doxed him, right? Told everybody where he's going to school.
Yep.
Beginning the college year during the coronavirus pandemic is difficult enough for millions of students, he wrote. But the beginning of my freshman year at Transylvania University in Kentucky is being made even more difficult by an unwarranted attack against me by the cancel culture due to my conservative views. Recalling his time dominating the news headlines, Salmon said, "Enough is enough." Unbelievably, an official of the American Civil Liberties Union, a liberal group that claims to be dedicated to defending free speech. Yeah, they do nothing of the kind. Criticized the university last week for admitting me, saying my admission was a stain on the school. And of course, Transylvania University, so renowned for...
Okay.
Transylvania University. I'm completely unfamiliar with it.
All I think about is...
yeah, that's right. You think of vampires at Transylvania University.
What's their nickname? I got to find this out now.
Do they have any sports teams at Transylvania University?
Does anybody anymore after COVID?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me figure.
Salmon said they solely exist to troll, intimidate, and play victim. However, he says he's never met this person at the ACLU who outed him. Says that he doesn't know anything about him. Yet still, he tries to cancel me and demand that I be denied admission to college. Why? Because he seems outraged that my conservative values don't align with his left-wing ideology. If you're a conservative like me, watch out. The intolerant left might come for you too. Jonathan Turley, a scholar known for being a strong advocate of free speech, responded on his blog to defend the need for free speech and defend me from the attack. Turley's great.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, he's a Democrat, so he's not some right-wing kook. Turley later added, "It's far more alarming to see an ACLU official rallying people against a young man whose chief offense appears to be that he is publicly conservative and pro-life."
Yeah, well, that's definitely an offense now.
Did we find a nickname for Transylvania University?
So first of all, their website is transy.com, Transy. Their nickname is the Pioneers, but their logo is a bat.
That's weird.
That's very weird.
Okay, that's weird. You can't have it both ways. Either go with the Transylvania thing, but if you do, you got to be like the vampires or the bats, not
Let me look at that.
the Pioneers.
See, it's the,
yeah.
It's a Transy Pioneers, Transylvania Pioneers with a bat. like you said, you got to pick one of the other.
Come on, pick one.
Come on. Commit.
Especially if you're calling it Transylvania University, you got to go with the bat. Right?
Right, yes.
You have to.
Of course, now, though, with the COVID stuff and the bats and whatnot, maybe you want to kind of steer away from that. But,
yeah, maybe.
Pioneers.
All right.
Oh, I'm so scared of Pioneers.
Bill Maher we've talked about this a bunch of times. Every once in a while, the guy comes up with something and you think, huh, I like that. Maybe he is on our side. And then a day later, he will say the most outrageously stupid things you've heard in your life. But it was the opposite, as he took on CNN's correspondent on live television for defending riots, looting, and downplaying violence.
I'm not down with this properties on the table as something we can just take.
Thank you.
Because things are not right.
Where is this mass destruction of property happening right now? Like, if you look at...
You watch the news?
If you look at Portland, it's 2 square blocks.
There is a view, and it's in the media. Please, I know you've seen it. Don't look at me like I'm making this up. That somehow this is a justifiable approach.
Well, isn't pain part of protest? I mean, isn't that what the...
So you're part of this. You believe it. I saw this guy who had a Papa John's franchise, and he was yelling through his broken glass, "You're going to elect Trump, and I'm just trying to feed my family." I don't think his view was just like, c'est la vie, it's just property.
Right. Her point was, isn't pain a part of protest?
Wow.
Wait, what? Is that what you said? I don't know. Was there any right-wing rioting at any time ever? That's the problem with this. You can never point to a right-wing riot or looting instance that I can think of right now.
I mean, is she good with people destroying her house? Because
I guess so. There's got to be pain as part of the protest. Yeah, so we can go ahead and burn down your house or steal your property, take your car from you. That's
easy for her to say.
What a weird line.
Yeah.
Isn't pain part of No. No, it isn't. Not that kind of pain. Theft is what we're talking about. We're talking about theft and destruction. And no, that's not part of protest, Puddin'. Okay? Pumpkin? All right.
But again,
people going to your house and doing that?
Right.
I don't think so.
She's like one of these far-left mayors in these large cities that are cool with it until they come to their neighborhoods.
Exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be fascinating to see what would happen if they showed up at her house at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And we're not requesting that?
No, we're not requesting
We're just saying
that.
we'd love to see what her take would be after that.
Well, you know what it would be.
What,
she'd be
pain?
Pissed off.
No, pain is a part of protest, man. That's what she'd say. She'd go out there in her nightgown and be like, I got it. Yeah, my living room window's busted because pain is
part of the protest. Okay.
All right, good night.
Here's my keys. I'm just going to toss them out to you. There you go.
It's the black car. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Well, you've already broken down the garage door, so just go ahead and take the car. All right. Bye-bye now. Thanks for coming.
It's got a full tank of gas, too. Be sure to thank me later.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That's great. Oh, you know what? I've got a television in here, like a big screen, 63-inch if anybody wants it.
Wow.
Pain's part of the protest, I guess. So help yourself. Refrigerator's pretty full. Help yourself.
Well, not to the drumsticks up in the freezer part. Those are off. Everything else.
Yeah, I don't think she'd be saying that for some reason.
I mean, I just got the drumsticks though, and I haven't even had a chance to enjoy one. So,
I mean, this is so outrageous. It's unbelievable.
Madness,
absolutely
man.
Unbelievable.
I don't think it means what you think it means.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow right here on Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.